Thank you, everyone. I'm Emre. I'm from Amsterdam in Garanti Bank. I'm going to talk to you about blockchain, but please bear with me. I'm not directly from the market research world, but what I want to do is just plant a seed of an idea, ignite the idea, if you will, that blockchain is a significant and really a game-changer technology in a lot of industries, including marketing research. So we hear about it. The hype is still there. We saw it in Jasmin's presentation, the Gartner hype cycle. Blockchain is actually going down the peak of inflated expectations, but the hype is still strong. I want to start with a little history and context around blockchain, so that we understand how it works and what it is. It all started way back in 1991 when two scholars, Haber and Storneda, published a paper called How to Timestamp a Digital Document. In that paper, they talked about a tamper-proof, easily verifiable and distributed data storage system that can make record verification and control easier. They thought about use cases like copyright protection or tamper-proofing, as I say, but as we all came to know, the use cases went far beyond that. What blockchain is, essentially, a distributed and immutable data storage. What that means is distributed, as in all the clients of the database has the complete copy of the database. So no single party controls the information. It's distributed among all the clients, and everyone can verify the records by themselves, and that means no need for a trusted third party or a single entity to verify the record's authenticity. And it's immutable. That means once the records are in there, it's set in stone. It cannot be changed, because all the records are tied to the previous records in the data via cryptographic hashes. That's the mathematical representations of the records. And that means, hence the name comes from the blockchain. It's a chain of information that the information can only be added to the end of the chain, and it is tied to all the other information that comes before them. And the very basic representation of how a blockchain works, it starts with the previous record's hash, a mathematical representation of the previous records. Then the current data that we want to enter into the blockchain, we combine that with a timestamp or a random number or something else, and that gives our new records in the blockchain that will go into the blockchain. So, and its hash is calculated, which in turn will be used to calculate the next record that comes after that one. So, then comes 2008. Blockchain went mainstream. This person or a team, we still don't know, called Satoshi Nakamoto, published a paper on Bitcoin.org. He proposed a payment system that's between clients without the need for a third party and is completely electronically verified. By the way, I say mainstream, but not really, because even though we want to believe it's all mainstream, even Bitcoin, the most popular application of blockchain, is not used no more than 400,000 people in any given day. So it's still not bad, but it's far from real mainstream usage. So Bitcoin led the way to other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Dash, all the even financial institutions, banks jumped in on the wagon and tried their own blockchains and cryptocurrencies. They all work more or less the same. It's a distributed ledger that records the transactions. The users mine coins by some kind of proof of work or computational power or proof of stake, their ownership of those coins. And essentially what they try to do is cut out the middleman, cut out the institutions, cut out the trusted third parties. that they want to build the trust into the system itself. Satoshi Nakamoto summarized what he envisions with a blockchain-based payment system in this quote. He wanted to create an electronic payment system based on cryptographic proof instead of trust. That will come to that later on, and without the need for a trusted third party. That's, I think we'll get there. So what's next? Cryptocurrencies are well and good, but what other use cases of blockchain is out there? Blockchain can easily store all kinds of transactions. Whenever some kind of exchange is involved, think about blockchain. And if those exchanges involve middlemen or other third parties, bad news for them. Blockchain is going to somehow disrupt them, maybe outright eliminate them. How it can do this is blockchain can automate and secure explicit trust. The trust is built into the system itself. We no longer, as humans, need to trust the other party. So a good application for this blockchain platform, other than Bitcoin, is the Ethereum and smart contracts. What it does is provide a way to remotely run any kind of code or something if when a preset conditions occur and between two or more parties. It can automate your business transaction contracts or any other application you can think of. There are many, it's an extendable platform. There are many applications built on the Ethereum platform right now. So the relevant bit to you, how can I use this information in marketing research? I will talk about some up and coming use cases. So surveys or panels or any other kind of data collection that's used in marketing research. So it's sometimes hard. It's sometimes easy to lose track when in multi-channel surveys or panels, and it's when multiple parties are involved, and it's required to track the responses and respondents through multiple stages and with multiple partners. It can be a mess to verify and authenticate and get the right kind of data, which brings us the important question of data verification. Jasmeet and Jordi talked about data quality issues. Data verification is the hard part of getting authentic data. Blockchain can make this part easy because it provides an immutable and easily verifiable data storage, that you have the control of the whole trail of data. It's easy to verify, it's easy to authenticate, and it works both ways. That means also participants and respondents can control their own data and verify their own data. That means they are also in control of their privacy. They can choose whom to share their data with. That eliminates the need to trust the researcher, the surveyor, and the other counterparty, because the trust is intrinsic in the system. So, I mean, trust is a marketer's best friend, right? So the brand trust is something that's hard to establish. But once the consumers and companies and researchers are in control of their own data, then explicit trust is no longer required, and then it's there. It's already there. You don't need to think about trust anymore. So another good use case for a blockchain-based application are customer loyalty programs and loyalty rewards. There are a lot of fragmentation and a lot of parties in the loyalty industry. So blockchain can help combine this and helps get rid of the fragmentation and can make it easy to scale into new markets, and where without blockchain the costs would have been prohibitive. For consumers, that means they are juggling with a lot of loyalty programs and a lot of other stuff, and that means they can instantly redeem or exchange multiple loyalty currencies and loyalty points on a single platform. They can manage their own loyalty programs. And for companies, that means they can easily add or maintain additional loyalty partnerships and relationships without adding any complexity into their existing systems. It's just another client on the blockchain, another copy of the database, and then you're connected. That's it. So yeah, and with that, all the parties on the loyalty program are in control of their own data, are able to verify their own data. That means they are able to control their own privacy. So, what to take home from all of this? First is the verification part. Blockchain can make it easy to verify the authenticity of the data that's stored in the database. You have the complete history, complete trail of the system, and thing is everybody has it, so everybody can verify it. And nobody can change the records, which is even computationally expensive and sometimes even impossible. But if you can able to change the records, then other clients which have the copy of the database would instantly invalidate or reject your changes anyway. So it's tamper-proof, it's verifiable. The other issue is privacy. Blockchain can secure your privacy, combined with encryption. Customers, companies, partners, they are all in control of their own privacy. Once I control my own data, once I control my own verification, once I know the data is tamper-proof, and once it's encrypted, I know I'm in control of my privacy. And that's a big issue. And, of course, trust. Blockchain will eliminate explicit trust, because trust is electronically encoded in the system. The human trust, the explicit trust with counterparties are no longer required. That's, I think that's the most important bit that's coming with blockchain. Of course, it's not all roses, because most of the applications I talked about here are usually proof of concepts. Because the properties of blockchain, the openness and immutability, sometimes makes firms harder to jump ship in real life. So, but the blockchain will change the fundamental way we think about these issues. So the firms that embrace blockchain's importance and significance will continue to thrive. So what I'm gonna leave you with is blockchain. Believe the hype. It's coming. It's already here. It's here to change a lot of industries fundamentally, including marketing research. So I hope you will see the potential benefits, and I hope I could plant the seeds in your brain to go and check the benefits of blockchain in the marketing research area. I think there are a lot of other use cases that's not even thought of yet. Yeah, and you can reach me through these handles, and if you have any questions, you can direct me from there or from the app. Thank you for listening.